What up, Tone Space? Yo, man, it's crazy. Woo! The feds done ran down. Feds done ran down on Tekashi 6IX9 and his crew and whatnot. And he's facing a whole bunch of racketeering charges through the RICO Act, which basically says, shoot, if you down with the crew, I'll jack them too. You know what I'm saying? You may not have direct, haven't done a certain crime, but just by being cool with them, you know what I'm saying, you're going to get bagged up. Shit, it could be as simple as them catching you throwing a gang sign on an Instagram thing. You know what I'm saying? They'll make the connections, and Tekashi 6IX9 was, you know, very vocal and you know, seen repping that Treyway and whatnot. Oh man, I think it was about 4 different counts that can lead to 25 to life. There was some shootings, there was some drug pushing, there was a robbery, another shooting where an innocent person got hit. It's like a whole bunch of charges. And you know how the feds work. You know, they get their little bits and pieces, and you know, they put their puzzle together. I didn't think that they'd run down on them that quick. I thought they'd, you know, fall back and keep getting a little bit, but yo, they threw the hammer down. They were ready, and a lot of people got bagged up, and whew, it's a messed up situation. Because honestly, I think he's a good kid. You know, like I know, you know, like how them, you know, Bushwick, how them, you know, little Spanish cats in Bushwick, them little knuckleheads, how they get down. You know, he got that vibe of, you know, a more chill dude. But hey, what happened? He was popping with the music. A crew kind of absorbed them up, and things happen. I can't say specifically what that particular organization did or didn't do. I can only speak in generalizations. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when someone wants to be down and they're new and they're younger, a lot of times the OGs will have them do some more crazy stuff, you know, and absorb a lot of the risk just so they could be down. I mean, who knows what? I could, you know, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. And, whew, you know, and with all the shit that the young man has against him, wow. I mean, these are Fed charges. You know, they got a 90+% conviction rate. A lot of times people take plea deals. I'm sure the lawyers of 6IX9 are just scratching for a plea deal of some sort. You know what I mean? And personally, I don't think he busted a single gun. I don't think he robbed anybody. I think he's a good kid that, you know, was fascinated with that gang shit and saw his music was popping, and you know, he just went hard repping that shit. You know what I mean? But I don't think he was active at all, not even a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe to the degree of, I don't know, let's say being a getaway driver or something like that. This is all speculation, not even alleged. This is less than alleged. This is just all speculation. Me rambling, you know, trying to like piece potential things together. But yeah, they're gonna be looking for a plea deal for him. Personally, I think he's gonna do at least 5 years. There's way too much shit. I mean, with the Bobby Shmurda cat, it was a similar situation. I believe RICO Act ran down on them, and there was a whole bunch of racketeering and a whole lot of gang shit going on with that as well. What did Bobby Shmurda get? 7, 9 years, something like that. I think a couple, or at least one of his mans, got a 20 to 25 to life or something like that. So, I mean, it's a lot of penalty going on, you know what I mean? If 6IX9 doesn't get hit with the brunt of some stuff, his other mans will. I mean, some of the things in the case they talking about, at least one of the shootings is the kind where everybody could possibly get the exact same time, and that time is that, you know, 25 to life. You know what I'm saying? Just due to the nature of the charge or whatever. So I don't know. I was really rooting for the dude because I think he's a good kid. I mean, aside from that sexual assault, I can't really speak on that. Personally, I have the belief that he probably just got caught in the wrong place, wrong time, didn't know the shorty was mad young, and, you know, was on some whatever shit. Or he could be a straight up pervert. I don't know. So yeah, it's possible that he's a pervert. He's a scumbag on that level. That's always possible. But as far as being on that gang shit, busting his gun, robbing people, they're talking about a robbery charge in April, I think, of this year. Dude was already popping. He had money on the way. Who's gonna risk their life and get involved with robbing somebody when your bread is good like that? You know what I mean? I don't know. This is crazy. Basically, The main moral I get from this story is it's cool to be a square. It's cool to be a square. It is cool to be a square. Of this new ilk of hip hop and artists and everybody, if I had to pick the one person in this current, this current climate of the culture that is a good example, I say is DJ Academics. He's about his bread. He lets you know straight up he's a square. Shoot, if he moves to an area where people say you don't got a hood pass, he'll tell them moving niggas why they're moving them in. Yo, you might want to reverse that direction, bro. I'm getting up out of here. And he'll move somewhere else. He don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? He's about his money. He ain't trying to pose like he's hard and anything. And you know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing. We really have to set an example. We really have to make being a square cool for these young kids. I mean, seriously. After the Bobby Shmurda thing, we really had to do that, And it's messed up because it's an interesting cycle. Because here you have this kid that got caught up in some other shit, trying to be cool, being down with the gang shit, and instead of being a nice, successful square, yet being down with the gang shit kind of got him his start. You know what I'm saying? Kind of got his vehicle running. And it also spread that idea across the entire culture. It promoted that. It promoted the culture of gangsterism and that this is cool and, you know what I'm saying, you take risks, take lifetime risks. Do it, do it, do it, do, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, on the other hand, it's kind of like, yo, you reap what you sow, I guess. And I hate to say that because, I don't even want to see the kid do bad like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to gloat about the situation or anything. But when I say you reap what you sow, is because all the shit that he was on or that he was promoting, think of how many other minds and young people that he touched that probably before him would not have even thought to be on some gangster shit. Probably some other little goofball looking Spanish kids in Bushwick that, was on some square shit. They were cool doing their square thing. Then they see they man 6ix9ine on some gangster shit. And now they're like, oh, niggas are like this, that look like this could be a gangster? I'ma be a gangster too. I'm a gangster, you's a gangster. Wouldn't you like to be a gangster too? You know what I mean? So the message that he promoted, it may have infected a lot of young minds already. You know what I'm saying? Who knows how many arrests or future RICO acts or future arrests there are to come from him pushing that influence. Now, granted, if you ask me, that influence it's not solely with the artists. The big labels, the so-called Jewish-run labels are the ones that push the, the gangsterism agenda. Literally the culture of death. The culture of death and the culture of, immoral loose sex. You know what I'm saying? Those are the two things they push. And we, as urbanites, people in the hood, black, Hispanic, what do? We eat it on right up. We eat it up. They give us the program, we follow the program. Like automatons. This shit is cool. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to promote shooting and killing a brother that looks just like me. It's cool to promote pushing this poison on people that look just like you and me. It's cool to take this woman and bend her over and then pass her to your mans. Oh, that's really cool. According to this culture of death. But what we got to do is we have to look at this example and try to prevent future examples like this. Y'all young talent, you know what I'm saying? Y'all dudes that are coming up that have skill, promote being a square. Promote getting that money legally. I know it sounds a little corny, but what's more corny? Promoting being on some cool, chill, square shit and actually building with your people and talking about investing in real estate and really building a solid foundation? Or is it cool to flash them guns and talk that gang shit and then get caught up in a 25 to life situation? Which one is more corny? I go with DJ Academics all day. That's the coolest dude out here. And all y'all that's coming up, y'all need to follow an example like that and learn a lesson from your man.